Hey, so naturally, I did a Nintendo 64 video game tier list. So naturally, I'm going to do a Super Nintendo one. I also grew up in this era where Super Nintendo was really popular for the first like 6 years of my life or whatever. I was born in 91, and I think the Super Nintendo was released in 91 in America. So here we are. I didn't play every single game on this list. I played a lot of them. Some of them I played like different iterations of them. I'll tell you about that later on. But we'll go through it. I'll tell you what I think, what I remember. A lot of them, it's been a very long time since I played them. I probably eventually want to go back and play some of these games just because it's been so long. And yeah, I mean, it's been so long, so my memory is going to be a little fuzzy on some of these games. But I'll do my best to rate them. And if there's anything that you'd like to see me play, like maybe streaming at some point on Twitch or on YouTube or whatever, just put it in the comment section and I will do my best to make that happen. Okay, well, Aladdin. So Aladdin, I remember this game like a little bit, but I don't remember a ton. I do what I remember from playing Aladdin, that it was very difficult. It was kind of like the Lion King game, if you guys remember that. Why did Disney make their games so hard for the Super Nintendo? They were so hard and difficult. But as far as like the quality of the game, I would say it was I had fun with it. So I would say it was a very good game for back in the day. I would not say legendary, in my opinion. There are some legendary games on this list, but this is not one of them. It was okay. It wasn't bad. Earthbound. So I remember getting this as a kid, and when I first played Earthbound and I was like going around and exploring this new weird world and having like a party, and it was like one of my first RPGs probably that I ever played, I was just like, I was awestruck. I don't know what it was about this game, but something like the mystery and like the story, and like Ness was a little kid, I was a little kid, it was like super relatable to me. This was a really cool, fun game. Like there was something about, like it felt like very adventurous to me. So I would put it in the legendary for sure. The gameplay was pretty fun. I liked the wacky characters and stuff. I never beat it. I got through like the beginning. My funny story, I had a babysitter when we bought this game, and I guess the game was very expensive when it first came out, and my parents bought it. They said $100, but maybe it was less than that. But anyways, I had this babysitter, and she ended up stealing this game and a couple of other games from me, Super Nintendo games from me when I was a kid, and my mom found out later on, and of course she was just pissed off. She was super mad. So the babysitter got fired, and that was the end of that. So I didn't get to play all the way through, unfortunately, but I do remember playing it, and it was really, really great, and like it awestruck me. Demon's Crest. I don't know if you guys played this, but I played this game like a lot. Like a lot. I played Demon Crest quite a bit. I 100%ed the game. I got all the superpowers. This game was awesome, guys. It was a lot like Mega Man, except for you were like a demon, and you would get these like newfound powers, and they were like, it would totally change the play of your character. Like the type of demon you were. There was like a water one. There was like it kind of was like Majora's Mask, but like for Majora's Mask and Mega Man put together in one game for the Super Nintendo. And the creatures you fought were super crazy, and like the story, it was like about a demon who, can't remember his name, but he was like at the top of the food chain, and then another demon like basically like cheap shotted him, took his powers, and it's about his journey back up to the top of the food chain. It was a legendary game, super memorable. I played the living crud out of it. It was really good. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what this is, guys. Sorry. Dracula X, maybe? I don't know what this is. Don't know what this is. Final Fantasy IV. I didn't play it, unfortunately. So, Final Fantasy V didn't play. Final Fantasy VI didn't play. I know a lot of you are going to drive you nuts that I didn't play those Final Fantasy games for the Super Nintendo, but my first Final Fantasy game was actually for PlayStation, and it was number 7. So, I went back and played Dawn of Souls, and so that was kind of like playing 1 and 2 again, but I think 1 and 2 were for the regular Nintendo, not Super Nintendo. Alright, so now we're on Chrono Trigger. So Chrono Trigger is a cult classic. Everyone who played the Super Nintendo era kind of knows about it, even if they haven't played it. If you're an RPG fan, you definitely know what Chrono Trigger is. So I didn't play it when I was young. I played it later on in life. I was like maybe 19, 20 years old, and I played Chrono Trigger on the DS with... Well, I guess that wasn't the first time I played it. The first time I played it on an emulator when I was like maybe 15, 14. But I didn't play very far through. So the first time I really played it was on that DS. And it was like... they added like an extra area to it, I guess. It wasn't really much of a difference, but it was pretty much the same game. And I played it all the way through. It was really fun. It was a really great game. It had a decent story. I really enjoyed it. And I think for the day and age, Chrono Trigger was probably one of the best RPGs on the console, the Super Nintendo console. So I would give it like a legendary status. I think it was really, really good for its time. I liked the combat. I liked the characters. They weren't like super in depth, and it wasn't like, you know, the characters were like super crazy developed. But it was fun, man. It was an enjoyable, casual RPG. It wasn't like super intense or anything, you know what I mean? You didn't have to put like hours and hours and hours into it to make it like actually fun. Or like to beat it, is what I mean. Okay, the next one, Super Mario World. This was probably my favorite old school Mario game. Some people like maybe Mario 3 better, but I think this one I was a step above. The Yoshis were awesome. The ability to like have different Yoshis. All the secret levels on this game. There was a ton of secret levels, and there was different ways to beat it and superpowers. It was a really fun game. Really enjoyable. And even though you beat Bowser in the end, doesn't mean you 100%ed the game. You could go back and like really find these like hidden gems, you know. I loved finding that like Yoshi world where you could get the different colored Yoshis, and I'd always go for the blue one, I think. And the blue one, if you ate the shell, I think you had like unlimited well, not unlimited until he swallowed it, but you had flying for a while with the Yoshi, and it was really fun. So legendary for me. Final Fight. So I didn't play the OG Final Fight. I played Final Fight 2. So this one I have to put as never played. I don't know, guys. I didn't play the OG. I'm guessing it's similar to Final Fight 2. But Final Fight 2 is coming up here, and I'll give you my opinion on that. What is this? Guy? Never played. Sorry, guys. Final Fight 2. Final Fight 2 was fun. Was really fun. You could play it co-op, which made the game even better. And me and my brother would go in there, and we would just like beat the whole game. It was so much fun, man. I think he played the big buff dude, and I played like the ninja guy. I loved the ninja dude. You could like pick up enemies and like throw them around, and like the bosses were fun. Is the game a legendary game? I don't know. I want to say I went through it more than once. I beat the game probably 2 or 3 times. And I had fun every time. So maybe it is a legendary game. Maybe it is. Yeah, I guess so. Final Fight 3 I didn't play. Mega Man X3. So the only one I truly remember is Mega Man X. So I'm going to put... I know I played number 2. I don't know if I played number 3. And I can't really remember number 2 super well. But I know all the Mega Man X games were really similar on the Super Nintendo console from what I remember. So I'm sure they were very good. I just don't want to put them in a tier if I don't really remember them that well. But I remember Mega Man X1. And this was when I first picked this game up when I was, I don't know, young. I was young, maybe 5, 4, whatever. I was addicted to it, man. Mega Man was sick. And then like finding the superpowers and making your armor better, like being able to do more things with it was so cool. Getting the superpowers at the end of each level from the bosses was super cool. The fact that you could like choose the level and it wasn't linear, like you could choose what boss you were going to fight. I mean, it was a really good game, man. The wall jumping in it was like next level. Boss fights were next level. It was a great legendary game. Absolutely. I love Mega Man X. I don't know what this is. Dead? Zed? I don't know. Sorry, guys. F-Zero? Oh, it's probably F-Zero, yeah. Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island 2? I don't remember. Okay, I kind of remembered Yoshi's Island, but I don't know if I played the one on Super Nintendo. I think I played the one on 64? Guys, I don't know. Dude, and there's a Yoshi's Island song, I think. I don't know, guys. Kirby, don't think I played that one. Super Mario All-Stars. So this was just from what I remember it was just a collaboration of different Mario games. Like they had, I think it had like Mario 1, 2, and 3 on it, and it had like some other Mario game on it, I think. But it was fun, but it wasn't really original, right? So I don't know if it's a legendary game. It was very good. It was fun, but it was like a rehash of the old games. Kirby's 3? Don't know. Don't remember. I played one Kirby game, and it was for the 64. And it was fun, but it wasn't like that memorable to me. What is this? Guns? Wild Guns? I don't know. Blackthorn or something. What is that? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I can't even read it. The text is so wonky. Evo? I didn't play it. Some of you are going to get mad at me for not playing some of these games. I was young, guys. You know, like I was really young, but I didn't have money to buy all these games, you know? I guess if I went back and like beat the game, like I guess I could go back and like play them on emulators and beat them, which I'm totally willing to do. I just haven't done it. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter... I think I played Street Fighter 1, and it was good. I'm going to put this there. Secret of Mana. So, I know of Secret of Mana, and I played a little bit of it, but I didn't, like, beat it. And I know that it's, like, a legendary game, guys. I just didn't play or beat this one. The one that I did, like, really get into, and I didn't beat it, but it was the number 3, but it was called it's like some Japanese name. It never got, like, fully released, I think, in the US, or maybe it got released with the Japanese name. But they didn't call it Secret of Mana, and it was cool because you had, like, different characters, and the combat was really fun. What is this? I don't know. Clown game? Charisma? Enigma? I don't even know what that. Sorry, I can't read it. Super Mario RPG. So I did play this game, and I did beat it. I actually ended up beating it later on in life, though. I think when I was like 13, and it was so much fun. I love Super Mario RPG. I can't believe Nintendo made such a good RPG game. Like, it was so good. back, especially for back in the time, because they were more making like I don't know, like the platformers, I guess. So Super Mario RPG was super fun, legendary game. Why was it legendary? I think because you could get Bowser on your team. I don't know, the levels were fun, the characters were fun. It was like a fun little game. Like each character was really fun. I don't know how to explain it. You just got to play it to know. And you'd be like, oh, this is good. You know? It's surprisingly good. Like the story is actually good. Super Mario Kart, the original. I played it, but not a lot. Super Mario 64 is the one I really played. This is... I remember being... I don't know. I guess... a mech game. I didn't really get addicted to it, you know? Like back in the day for the Super Nintendo. It was okay. People are going to hate me for that, putting that there, but Super Mario 64 really was the fun, when it got fun. Punch Out. Punch Out. I didn't play it for the Super Nintendo. I guess this is a different version because maybe it's a rehashed version. Didn't play this. I played it for the regular Nintendo. Star Fox 2. I played Star Fox 64. I did not play this one. Soul Blazer. Don't know what that is. Time. Don't know. Star Fox 1. Didn't play it. Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda. Link to the Past was such a good game. It was so awesome. I loved the powers you would get in it. I loved the world that you could explore. I thought it was like neat that you could go back and forth between the dark dimension and the light dimension. It was such a fun game, man. This was a legendary game. It really took the original Nintendo version and like really amped it up, like big time to me, in my opinion. Mega Man 7, I didn't play. I never really played like the OG Mega Mans that much. I played like Mega Man X quite a bit, but I didn't play 7 or like the, you know, without the X or whatever. So, Super Metroid, didn't play it on the Super Nintendo. I played a Game Boy version of Metroid Prime like way later in life. So, Turtles in Time. Okay, so I do remember this game quite a bit. I played it a lot. I played Turtles in Time, like, I probably beat it 5 to 7 times, at least. Me and my brother played it. It had a co-op mode, and it was really fun. It was kind of like Final Fight, where it was like this 2D fighting... I don't even know what you call those games. Like a 2D... It's not like a fighting game as in, like, Street Fighter. It's a fighting game as in, like, I don't even know what you call that. If you guys know the name, maybe let me know in the comments. But basically, it's like Final Fight, and you go around, and you have a limited number of lives, and you're killing bad guys. You got to choose one of the 4 Ninja Turtles, and it was really fun. I think my favorite guy was the guy with the stick. Which one is he? I don't remember the name of each turtle. I know there's Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo. Anyways, it's all the artists. Anyways, good game. Legendary game. Nostalgia reasons, I would say legendary game. Is it a legendary game based on purely being a legendary game? Like, maybe not. But I'll put it at the bottom of legendary for sure. Really fun, super fun co-op game. If you had a brother or friends at that when you were little at this age and you guys played it together, you would have had a great time. What is this? Live Evil? I don't know this game, guys. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Fire Emblem? I didn't play the original Fire Emblems. The first one I played was like a Nintendo Advanced one? Advanced SP or whatever. Game Boy Advance is what I'm trying to say. Turtle Fighters. I didn't play this one. Mortal Kombat 2. Mortal Kombat 1 was the kind of the legendary game because of it was so, in a way, it was kind of cutting edge with the picture motion. Like they basically, from what I know about Mortal Kombat, like the originals, they like took pictures of the people actually doing the moves and used those as sprites for the game. And so that's how they made like those realistic looking characters. Mortal Kombat 2 was basically Mortal Kombat 1, right? But just more or bigger roster, I'm guessing. I'd put it as a very good game. I would not say legendary. Maybe Mortal Kombat 1 was legendary and Mortal Kombat 2 was good, you know. Bomberman. I don't think I played the OG Bombermans. I don't think I played the OG Bombermans. I played Bomberman 64 and that one was really good, but I didn't play the OGs. I didn't play the OG Castlevanias. Bomberman. Battletoads. Okay. Yeah, this one is one that I did play. Another one of those games like the Turtles in Time and Final Fight, like the same type of gameplay, but Battletoads was like way harder. If you guys remember, Battletoads was like really, really difficult to beat. I never beat it. I don't know if I even got far. I think I got far, but this was a hard game. And it was co-op, and it was fun. And I have a lot of good memories. Even though it was so difficult, I have a lot of good memories with this one. Legendary for sure. Is Battletoads better than Turtles in Time? I don't know. I think so. I think it was probably a little better, but they're very similar. Very similar games. Just one was like harder than the other. West Riders. I didn't play that one. Star Ocean. I didn't play the OG Star. I haven't played any Star Ocean, to be honest. Metal Warriors. Clock Tower. Don't know. Wrath of Fire. Don't know. What is this? I don't know. See, you know what's exciting about this, though? You know how I keep on putting these games in, like, the never played? It's kind of exciting because there's a lot of games I could go back and play and experience for the first time. You know what I mean? And, like, that's pretty cool because I know some of these games are worth playing. Like, probably these Final Fantasies are worth playing. The Secret of Mana was probably worth playing. Maybe the OG Star Fox was worth playing. I'm not really sure, but you get my point. Like it's like an opportunity, right, to go back and play these games. Didn't play Axlay. Hagain. The guy on the cover looks cool, but never played it. I think I did play this game. What's it called again? I can't really read the name. It's called wow. Well, I'm going to spend the rest of the day trying to read that. I don't know what it's called, but it looks kind of like that one game that I played on the 64 for a bit. It was like a fighting game. But I don't know if I ever played this Super Nintendo version, so Turrican, I don't know what that is. R-Type. Don't know what that is. Falon, Biometal, Stratius 3, Super Aleste. Don't know. This one, Magical Quest. I think I did play this one, but I didn't consider it a legendary game. It was like kind of fun, but it wasn't like amazing. Maybe here, yeah. Kirby's Avalanche didn't play. Okay, this is a game I played a lot. Donkey Kong Country, the original Donkey Kong Country. This game was so... It have a lot of good memories because this was one of the only games that both of my parents played with me and my brother. And we all beat it together. Like, we beat the game together. I actually had to sit down and play the full game with my mom. And then I think I did the same thing with my dad. And we beat the game together. And it was like a really good memory. And I've beat Donkey Kong Country 1 probably like 4 or 5 times. It's a super fun game. I mean, it obviously was really good. It had a lot of sequels. I think this is absolutely a legendary game. I liked being Diddy Kong more than Donkey Kong because he was so agile and you could jump up like higher. But it was cool how each Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong had different like capabilities, you know what I mean? And there was like, you could transform into the animals and do stuff. That was pretty cool. Legendary. I don't know where I'd put it in the legendary list. I'd probably put like Final Fight. I'll sort the legendary list out later at the end of the video and see like what I think. Evermore, something Evermore, Fighter, Street Fighter. This might be the original Street Fighter. No, Street Fighter Alpha 2. I don't know, guys. I've played. I don't know if I played the... I have played Street Fighter, but I don't know if I played the ones on Super Nintendo. This is Speedy Gonzales. It's an old cartoon. If you don't know anything about it, he just would run around really fast. He was like the Flash of mice. But I didn't play the game. Basket? Something Basket? Just Lose? Loose? I don't know what that is. Mega Man and Bass. I don't think I played this game. Was it a good game? Maybe I'll go back and play that one. X-Men game. I think I dabbled in an X-Men game, but I don't think I remember it very much. War of the Gems? Don't know what that is. Superman, Super Nintendo, Batman Returns. I did play it a little bit, and I have very vague memories of Batman Returns. I don't think... Maybe because I didn't love it. I didn't own it, so I'm not gonna... I don't remember. I do remember Donkey Kong Country 2, though. And it's very bittersweet. I think Donkey Kong Country 2 was actually a really good game. I hated the fact that I couldn't be Donkey Kong in it. But Dixie Kong was kind of cool. She had, like... the helicopter hair. However, this game was like Donkey Kong Country, but on steroids. It was like, the game was at least 2 to 3 times harder. And it was like, oh man, dude. It was like such a hard game. I got to the last boss after struggling through this game and I quit. I was like, that's far enough. I was like, I've played this game long enough. I'm over it. It was a very, very, very difficult game. Was it a legendary game? I think in its own right, it was. I don't think it's like as rememberable as Donkey Kong Country 1 for a lot of people because it wasn't like the first like cutting edge, like look at this 2D platformer that does new things, but it was really good in its own right. Batman. Some Batman game. I don't know. Spawn, didn't play Spawn. Flintstones, didn't play Flintstones. Jetsons, I think I did, but I don't remember. Artie, something. Star Wars for Super Nintendo. I didn't play any of the Super Nintendo Star Wars games. Captain Command, didn't play that. Donkey Kong Country 3. I did play it, but I didn't play it very much, so it's hard for me to have an opinion. I didn't own the game. I just like played it in the store or something. So it's not, I barely consider that. I like how there's barely any games in this, and it's all like down here. But there is one game that I am thinking of that didn't pop up on this chart, and I would put it in the legendary because I don't know why. Maybe because it was the thematic of it. but it was called Otherworld, Oddworld. Let's see real quick. Otherworld Super Nintendo. Is that what it's called? Another world. Okay. Anyways, maybe that's not it. Hopefully, there's no bad images that come up here. This was it. Another world. Okay, I don't see any bad images that are coming up either, so this is fine. Another world. I think this is what it was called. 20th anniversary edition. But I remember this guy right here, this little monkey man. Oh, wait, sorry, my head's covering him. This monkey man. In the beginning of the game, if you guys played this, and if you've played this game, you'll remember this line. But you like break out of they break you out of prison, or like you break him out of prison or something. I think he breaks you out, and then like he goes, "A tool, wah," and then just like runs away or something, and then like, but the start of the game is so like intense and so like crazy. The very first thing in the game is like, okay, you like jump over a couple of these little deadly worms that kill you instantly. First of all, they kill you in it's like the first Dark Souls game ever. These worms will kill you in one shot, so you have to like stomp on them or like jump or whatever. And then you get to the end of the level, which isn't very long, and a giant beast is like there, and you have to run from it for your life. It's like chasing you at full speed, and you have to like grab a rope and like swing back over it and like get back to the end of the level. Oh man, it was like it's adrenaline rushing game. Play this game if you haven't played it. I know it's like an old game, but it was so good. It was very hard though. I never beat it, but it was a fun game. I would put this in legendary tier for sure because of how it was like, to me, like the OG Dark Souls, you know? It was a great game. Yeah, so let's rearrange these. Let's rearrange these games. So I'm gonna make it bigger here so you guys can see it. So which of these games is like top tier legendary games and which isn't? I think Donkey Kong Country 2 is probably more legendary than Turtles in Time. And yeah, I think more than Battletoads. Link to the Past is like, it's in the top here, around here. More than Demon Crest probably. Demon Crest was really fun, but Super Mario World, I don't know about that. These maybe not there. Donkey Kong Country probably up here. Earthbound, I didn't play it enough to objectively say, but I played it enough to be like addicted to it as a kid and wanting to play it more. It's too bad my babysitter stole it from me. Mega Man X. Man, it's really hard to sort these, right? Final Fight, though, is probably down. Probably, like, bottom of the tier. Out of all these little fighting games that are, like, it's very similar. Probably down here. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? I want, like, your guys' tier list. And also, is there any more games, like, that are missing? I feel like this list wasn't very long. I didn't create this list. This was, like, a list that I grabbed from the website. But what? I feel like there are missing games that should be on this list. Anyway, if there's any missing games here, guys, let me know in the comments. And also, like, what would you do? I'm kind of curious about your guys' list, like 1 through 10 most legendary games, or like 1 through 5, you know, top 5 maybe. But yeah, there it is. I think my next video is actually going to be something other than a tier list. It's going to be about League of Legends and why I quit for the most part this ranked season. I might go back and play like a ranked game once in a great while, but like even thinking about it right now is just like sounds like so much not fun. And I'll explain to you guys why in the next video. If you guys are interested in that, I'm just trying out new content, seeing what people like. Yeah. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.